Hey gamers, you have been tasked with completing a series of recruitment plots in order to extend the reach of the Order of the Illuminati that you're part of. Do you think that you can gather enough influence on the map in order to become the highest ranked of your order? Let's find out. Let's take a look at how this game plays. In this game, players will be performing various actions in order to try and complete plot objectives that are either public objectives or their private objective here. And if they have two completed by the end of their turn, then they will win the game. They can do the various actions, which will be to look at cards and put new cards out into the map. They can try and move their influence around as long as the colors of the cards match where they're moving from. They can gather resources from cards that they have influence on. They can try and oust their rivals if they are near one of their cards and try and get their influence off of cards. And they can also just put out influence if they have the right kind of resources to pay for those. They can also place schemes on the bottom of cards, which will give them special abilities to do extra actions, have discounts on actions, things like that. And again, ultimately, they are trying to complete these plots, which are just telling them certain configurations or amounts of cards that they need to have their influence on. Again, the first person to 2 of those will win, but if players get to a certain point in the event cards and they haven't completed 2 plots, they will move into faction scoring, where they will look at contiguous areas of the same color of cards in the map, and then they will count up their influence on those cards, and the player with the most points from that influence will win instead. This game is a pretty small box, as you can see, and overall, I thought it was a lot thinkier than I kind of expected. There's a lot of different actions that you can take. There's a lot of planning that goes into those plots. It can be really difficult to complete them, especially if after your turn, players are trying to undo what you've already done. But that can also be hard for other players because they're trying to focus on what they're doing. So there's definitely a lot of involvement going on in this, but it's pretty cool, especially if you like that thinkier style of game. This game, kind of with its theme, also has a couple of secrets inside, which is really cool. I don't want to give too much away for that, but I did think that some of the elements of inside the game box were very cool as well, and I liked some of those aspects a lot too. But overall, for the main game here, like I said, it's very thinky. It's got a lot going on, and can be very difficult to accomplish those things, but at the same time, if you have really clever card play, really utilize those schemes, because those can make a huge difference in your actions and everything that you're doing, then you can definitely kind of breeze through this, and after a couple plays, you'll really start to get it a lot more. But you can check out my full thoughts on the blog today to decide if this one's for you.